All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of sorts. Yeah. And it's 81.9 degrees in Chicagoland. Yes, it is. It's been an absolutely wonderful week weather-wise. It's supposed to thunderstorm later today, but nevertheless. So, let's get into it. How is everybody in their part of the world? Yeah, we heard from couple different states. Real quickly, we'll do the photos first. So, we have new submissions. Skates99 sent in some very cool photos or screenshots of some houses. This one's pretty cool. It's got self-contained gardens underneath. Nice survival house. Very nice. Looks like it's the Android version. There's another side house. Billboards out in the middle of nowhere. Pretty cool. And then this is supposed to be a small airport. I don't know how old this person is. One anime a day helps keep real girls away. No, the trick is finding a real girl that likes anime. That's the trick. As one grows older. But, yeah. Anime's cool. So, I got to try this mod. The hang glider. Because I have the motorcycle. And very nice. So, on that, if you want to send in your photo submissions to be immortalized in a video, you can send it to richardjeffreysshow@gmail.com. Yeah, you can. And we're going to visit this area because I finished it there. But on the world download video, somebody sent in, that's not where I wanted to be. Somebody sent in that the trains were glitchy, and I had tested everything, and I'll show it again, but I had tested everything. It is sort of. So one quick fix, if you have the old version of the world, I downloaded an updated version. All I did was I downloaded from the online store, the content tab, advanced trains and basic trains. And then I copied these over to my working directory, my worlds, and then the modern RGS world, went into the world mods folder and added, took out the old trains and put the new ones in. The freight train, I also upgraded that mod because the boxcar was causing problems. That's been fixed. And one of the problems is with where the glitchiness comes in, because I misread the person's post like 4 times and gave 4 different answers because I failed to read the post. Anything that says advanced trains in the root directory of the folder, you have to get rid of, because the game it'll regenerate these files. That's all. Or you could just go and download the latest version, which works too. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? I have no idea. However, we're going to try out a new command. So, Skates, thank you very much for sending that in, as always, and keep building. You're doing great. On here, I wrote this out because I had to find the blocks. We're going to look at a real quick command from World Edit called the mix command. It's a real cool command, but there's no GUI part to it. So this is, I have default : stone brick, more blocks : cobble compressed, default stone block, and bedrock : deep stone. This is going to be very important in a moment. So I'm going to go there. However, I need to go back to my full screen version here. There we go. Nice. And we're out by the fire. We're going to feed the fire, even though I don't have to. Yeah. So you see this mixture that I have going on here? And take it all the way down. Actually, this one's a pretty bad example. I will show a better example of it. But we come down here. Yeah, I do have the trains working now. The trains, there's actually kind of cool upgrades. Not too particularly happy with what's going on here. So let us mix it. Wait, I hear a mouse. Who cares? So I do have a mixture going on here, but let's see how this looks. So we're going to mark our area 1 and 2. Nice lag. Do I have... No, it's turned off. Okay, so you hit the / mix, and then because I'm lazy, I just copied what I had in there. I'll show how I got this. And then you hit enter and watch the magic. Bam. It does a mixture, a randomized mixture of whatever you have. Very cool. So we're going to change this to 2, and we're going to go here to 1. We're going to do the same thing here. And we're going to see how this plays out. Okay. And then you're going to come in and you're going to add your little touches. Like I like to do this and add that. There seems to be too much of the compressed cobblestone. So I want to try some stone block here just to break up that monotony. Very cool. And I'm going to come back off video and take care of these slabs because you don't I don't want to keep wasting time on the video here. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh, I already did it. Duh. So it gives, what it does is, and you can mix these materials. So like for say you want to put in, you can mix forest soil and dirt and do that. Now up here, I didn't kind of think of this all the way through. So I'm going to have to, but you can see how different that looks. Or you could just, we could have just did, stone brick and stone block and just mixed the different stones. But I mixed in deep stone. So that's how the mix command works. We're going to do up here too. We'll do 2 and then 1. Do this real quick. It just gives a nicer look. And this lag is driving me crazy already. There's just so much stuff going on in this area. It isn't funny. So that's how that works. It's a very useful command. And like I said, so if you hit the F5 key and you can see what you're pointing at, I'm pointing at dirt with grass. So we can mix dirt with grass. And let's say I also have forest soil here that I can grab from. So that is wood soils, dirt with leaves too. Dirt with leaves, wood soils. What? Yeah. And you can do a mixture of whatever material that you want to do. And you can use the debug that shows what you're pointing at to give you exactly what it is. Because sometimes you have to put the dirt or the default : the mod name. Why did I do that? The mod name with it. So let us go over and look at, you know what? We're just going to fly because we can. I'm Superman. Hey, Mr. Dragon. How you doing? Very cool. I got rid of a lot of this whole area. I used that clear cut command that I showed in a previous video to get rid of all the lily pads and stuff. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, look at the train. I downloaded a new train mod. That's also in the new one. However, there is an issue which I will show. Let's grab the subway train. Just because subway engine, very nice. And so coupling and stuff like that works just the same. We're not going to couple anything because we don't have time per se. So there's train, works fine. Right click, get in. Look at that HUD, the display. So the S key is your forward and reverse. W key is, we're going to zoom up here. There's the pumpkin farm, train station. Nice. And some vines. We are going to go up. So answer another question while we're doing this here. So I already covered the advanced trains. The new download has all the fixes for the mods in it, and go from there. And I've updated the links in the video and on the website. Why don't you play sent in? Why don't you play Minecraft? The concept is the same, but with good graphics. I've covered this in many videos, but the short answer is Minecraft is the best. I mean, seriously. The problem is that Minecraft is developed by developer. I made this mistake in the first take of this video. Minecraft is developed by full-time developers that have nothing else to do but work on Minecraft. Whether it's Microsoft owns it. However, the open source version of Minetest is by volunteers, and there's a whole different thinking between commercial software and open source software. You can have commercial open source software. That's not the point. So it's not the development, because Minetest is as old as Minecraft. And yes, Minecraft has, what is the version? They have the graphics, the shaders. Oh, see, and this will also tell you how close you are to the parking stop, which is very cool. But there's a train there, so we're going to stop right here and get off. Get off on the hill. So the thing, what was the shader that I used? I did dabble in Minecraft, but I used this one shader, and it is phenomenal. However, in Minecraft, you play the game that was written out for you. In Minetest, you create the game. They give you the basic engine and the basic world. It's up to the user to add mods. Here's my train mod. Here's different trees that I've added, different blocks, different functionality. You know, we have a version of Redstone, which is Mesicons, and we have Tubeline, and we have Pipeworks, and all the machines and everything else that one can need. So it just depends on how you want to do it. Plus, there's no $30 license. And hi, Mr. Turtle. There's no $30 license. So there's pros and cons to both. I used to set up an old computer as a server. I just set it up and ran Minetest on it in server mode. I had to clear my throat. And what I ended up doing is I had a bunch of old machines when I really got into playing around with computers. I had four other computers. And so my daughter and her friends, I would put the client on each of these old computers. They could all log into the server, and they can all play with each other in the world without having outside influences, without having griefers or anybody messing around. It was a clean, sanitized world that they could play in. Set it to creative mode. I had the zombies and all the other bad characters playing around, and they had fun. So there's pros and cons to both. Yes, Minecraft has better graphics, but I am in complete control of this world. I can go into any mod at any given moment and do whatever I want. So that's why I play Minetest over Minecraft. Why did I do a channel on Minetest? Because there are a million, if you search YouTube, there are a million Minecraft creators. And there's only maybe 10 that I know of Minetest creators. And only 3 of us release videos on a very regular schedule. So I didn't want to go with the norm. I wanted to go with, I'm not making PewDiePie, subs, but I'm not doing it for the subs. I'm not doing it for the revenue and the subs and everything else. That's just the icing on the cake. I'm doing it because I like the game and I want to promote it. And I want to learn programming more. So there. I hope that answered that. So let's look at this train. There is one bug that they know about because this mod is no longer, I guess, the subway trains. If you hit the sneak key and you hit the sneak key, when you remove the train, it shows up as an unknown block. They know about that. It's not a problem. Just get rid of it and put your train back in. And it'll all will be better. The world will be back in focus and balance. I can't talk. There's my steam engine. Let's go look at, there's an industrial engine. Let's go run into a tree. Let's go down here because I had to replace all the trains. And you will, if you move those mods and delete those files, see, does this still work? Yes, it does. Plus I tested my loading capability. If you put something in a train car, I have that special track that loads and unloads. What did it? I think I removed it from here. Yeah, I removed it. So everything's working. So thank you, Do, for pointing out that bug. I have fixed it. It's in the new download, and we go from there. Let's go to the Japanese area because it's starting to get dark. Go back to daytime, and we're going to jump up here because we need to go to the Japanese castle area. Now, the whole purpose of that area is I wanted like a Japanese museum for that great huge build that I did with the castle, which will be showing up here in a moment. See, I did that mix out here too. I went crazy with that mix. You're going to see what I'm talking about when I say I did, I really made this path stand out. Put some lighting in. There's the samurai's house over here. And I textured the path. This was all cobblestone. And it was just too much. Nice. So what I ended up doing is I used that mix command and I just completely redid everything. And it turned out really cool. And textured it. I put shorter blocks in. Because in your if you have the more blocks saw installed, when you take your block, you can have, this is a full block, this is a slightly shorter block, shorter half slab, and you could utilize these by creating different textures, and you can make your train stand out. Here's a lower block, here's a raised block, and it just gives it more character. So yeah, and this area, look at that, I figured out how to work bamboo. We have little bamboo forest going on. That's really cool because I updated, that's from Dream Builder. So my Dream Builder version is a mishmash of a bunch of different mods from the current Dream Builder mod. And that's why you can't direct replace it in the world. I have to go in and finagle it. I'm still having a problem with the fish when I went from 5.1 to 5.3 and 5.4.1. So yeah. So here's a new area. I'll maybe put in some bonus footage. So I updated the Japanese maple tree over here. I have my hand-built tree over there and cherry tree. So because associated with Japanese gardens, you have the maple trees, Japanese maple tree, and you have the cherry trees, which they have Cherry Tree Festival. Yeah. So I kept the mix going, adding in some wood and different things and fences, and I revamped the castle wall over here and made it look more weathered by just interjecting different blocks and heights. But this area turned out really cool, and I went really crazy with the bamboo. So it's mostly curated. It's clean, with the exception of you can see where, you know, the different grasses are growing. So we'll come over here, and the path is straight, but I tried having different like outcrops to make it work. And so I reused the Japanese tea garden house, and we're going to use this because I was just going to build the same thing. So I copied it and pasted it here, but I changed the interior. It's going to be a storehouse and like a little shop because you got the cargo ship right here. Yeah. Over here, those. Over here we have the bamboo garden, which I went absolutely mental with. But it looks so cool. It works. Let me show. So, who cares? No, it turned out really cool. So these sprouts, these bamboo sprouts, they take a long time to grow. So let's put one. We could put one. No, there can't be anything above it. There. Looks cool, but I'm impatient. You say, but I want this now. I want it now. As it was said in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So this will grow, but it, like I said, it takes a long time. It takes a couple cycles of day-night. So we're going to put some leaves on here. We are going to make this really stand out. And that's all there is to it. There you go. Put one there. Fill up the canopy with bamboo leaves. And that probably will not grow. So you can create a very cool bamboo forest. I'm just going to move this so I have some room here. So you come back here and you got the beach, you got the shoreline. Added some different grasses. And the bamboo attracts our friends, the panda. You can walk right through these. Hi, Mr. Panda. You can walk right through these. Very cool. Doggy, another panda. And you don't belong there. Okay. So I went nuts with it, but I like it. I should have taken out that one birch tree and just made this all bamboo, but it's fine. And extended the shoreline a little bit. So it looks really cool. To me it does. So we have the Storehouse Shop right here. And it's the traditional Japanese style where everything is in the middle. I really do like that design element where the house is in the middle and then, you got the walkway and the walls are all movable. I think that is just so cool. So textured the path and you come out. That was one of the big things. You came out and you just got that grand view of the castle. And then we have the cherry trees. Nice. And a goat. And a tree stump. I like this kind of, I've done that before. Yeah, all the walls have been textured. I still have a problem with the dolphins. Yeah. Fixed my fences. I had to go into the code and fix the fences. So what that was, I just changed the tiles that were used to the wood that I wanted. So it's a very cool looking area. Look at that. It's just I like it. It's part of the theme. So to show, let me show. Somebody was asking about. So somebody was asking about the. I'm gonna see if I can pull it off here before I switch views. Oh, and I did. Let's go back to full screen. So we have here. This is another version running. Here's the world that I have. If you go, if somebody wanted to know about downloading, how do you get Mineclone 2, which is a clone highly inspired by Minecraft. You have this content tab. Click it. Browse online content. And what we're going to show is you can show packages, games, mods, texture pack, and we're going to go to Mineclone. And enter. There's Mineclone 2, and we're going to install it. It's going to download it, install it. Now, when it's done, see, that's the cool part of this game. So when it's done, come on, you can do it. It's going to take a minute. This little world icon next to it, you can, obviously there's a tooltip. You can find more information. It'll open up your web browser. It's taking a while. That's okay. We'll keep this video short. So after it downloads, you're going to be able to go back and you'll see it in the bottom left-hand corner of your main screen. I wonder if it's actually downloading anything. And I have two parts of the game running. I have this one here and this one. Huh. I think I might have screwed up. Nevertheless, we'll go back to the main menu and start game. When that's done, it's going to put it down here. So this is the Minetest game. This is the Dream Builder game, which is now the Dream Builder game. And that's how you're going to switch your worlds. Let's see if I screwed this up. Oh, it's still downloading. Nice. But we're gonna get out of there and go back to here. And of course, I made a mistake. I want to go back to. There we go. Now that I've done goofing around. So that's it. You can see here I have completely transformed this area. And the last video, this was just all empty space. Now, this might not be to your taste. I put in a cherry tree grove. I put in a maple tree grove. I completely redid the path. Fences. I put a storehouse here. I was thinking about having a part of the dock go over to here, but then I thought against it. So it tells a story, and I do everything by themes. So this is the Japanese museum, because you got the huge castle, and it just works for me. You do what you do and create your own story. Nice. And as always, how does this look at night? So I am going to simulate that. This is a big criteria that I use on my builds. It has to look good at night. That's inviting. It looks cool. So It's just to each his own. It's art is subjective. You like it or you don't. But I think I captured everything that I wanted to capture in this area. This area is now done. Did I turn on? Oh, I did have it on. And you have Mr. Panda. You have all the textures. I might do something with these cobblestone surrounds. I also raised the tea house because it was 2 blocks down, and just did that. We have our friendly foxes, and we have our waterfall. So there you have it. That is going to do it for this episode. This is just a show off kind of episode and to answer some questions, but this area is completely revamped. I want to put some more buildings over here. Maybe a couple more traditional houses from this era, but I think the mix command, and by mixing up my path, and you can mix up whatever, like I said, you can mix, take the 3 different stones and just use those and go from there. So we added the bamboo forest, and I also took that forest concept and put it over here too. I went crazy, and each one of these had to be hand. I was so lazy. Well, these grew by themselves. I just planted the sprouts and then went in, but the other ones I got impatient and just hand planted them and painstakingly cultivated them and put the treetops on. But it's just another nice addition. Extended the path here to the boat service center. It just adds more realism and texture. I also put in potholes in the streets just to break up the monotony of one single one single texture or material. I changed the fences. So in the next couple of videos, I'm going to really get into, these are just slabs. I'm going to mix it up here, but I'm going to do that off video. So that will take care of that and give this area a better look. It's similar to what I did here because everything was cobblestone and it makes it look drab. It makes it look lazy. Just by adding two other different style bricks. We have the brick, the block, and regular stone mixed in with the cobblestone. And you get the desired effect. You could do that with woods. You could do that with soils. Did I go a little bit too far with it? Yes, I did. But then again, I always do. So there. That is going to do it. And next week, or the next episode, I'm going to get back to more building because I want to scope out an area for the house. I want to start working on the Frank Lloyd Wright house, the waterfall house, but it requires a special area. Go from there. So thank you very much for joining, and I'll leave you with this nice view. And goodbye.